So it finally happened, someone convinced you to download Oxygen Not Included, and there you are staring at the screen wondering what to do with your little duplicants. Welp, you came to the right place in this Base Basics tutorial. I'll be showing mainly how to set up and transition your early bathrooms with dirt toilets to those fancy ones that you find in all the 5-star fancy bases. Why would you need one of these? The so-called infinite bathrooms takes advantage of a mechanic in-game where when a dupe goes to the toilet they will quote-unquote produce more polluted water than clean water used in the first place. This water is then ran through a water sieve producing more clean water than you started with. This will result in you never needing to add more water to flush your toilets, since you can use this recycled water to flush, thus creating the infinite part of the infinite bathroom. This should be the first major project that you work on in-game. But before we get into the fancy bathrooms, you first need to build a temporary one. In-game bathrooms are a maximum of 64 tiles while keeping the room bonus, and can house 4 flush toilets or outhouses and 4 sinks, but for a temporary bathroom you don't need all the sinks and toilets here since we will be deconstructing them. And there are some things that you will need researched in order to build one. Get your big brain dupe on those right away. On the research side of things, you will need to get employment out of the way in order to get access to supercomputers. Then we grab plumbing to get access to liquid pipes, liquid pipe bridges and a liquid pump. Then sanitation in order to get the lavatories and sinks. Filtration because it's in the way, grab distillation too to get the water sieve. Pick up improved plumbing to get access to the liquid reservoir. This will be used to store excess water, but you only need this if you are planning to hunt for the locavore achievement. If you don't care about this, then grab basic farming and meal preparation, then pick up agriculture to get the hydroponic tiles. This will be where you dump your excess polluted water. After we get the research out of the way, then we can start bringing our base out of the dark ages. We break out the trusted dig command to measure the room. We get a room that is 16 tiles wide by 4 tiles high to get 64 tiles of room space while keeping the room bonuses. This also gives us the maximum efficiency for the bathrooms. It will serve more dupes at a time. We then select a lavatory and place 2 here. Also, it is vitally important that you don't replace all the outhouses until the lavatory is functional. We will see why in a minute. We then need to place a sink here. Remember not to replace all the wash basins, and for wash basins you need to have 1 per outhouse. Grab a water sieve and drop that here, then place a liquid reservoir. This will serve to hold the excess water that this will generate. Now comes an interesting part. We need to prime the system with some initial water. Most would use clean water for this, but I will show you my patent pending method. We use the polluted water that will be dropped from the wash basins when we deconstruct them. This is pretty much a win-win, since it gets rid of germy polluted water and gets your system primed without using your limited supply of fresh water. We will build a bottle emptier to do just that, and then construct a pump to pump it into the system. Now, with most of the hardware installed in their final locations, we will need to provide the water sieve and liquid pump with power. We can then put in the pipe. Usually I would build the fresh water pipes in regular pipes and the polluted water pipes in insulated pipes to show the difference, but in this playthrough I did not have insulated pipes researched, so I will mark them. And of the utmost importance, remember to build the pipes using the Oxygen Not Included OCD building guidelines. Build a pipe going from the output of the liquid reservoir. This pipe will be our main fresh water pipe and connect it to the input of all the lavatories and sinks. I will do what we call a pro gamer move and build all the connections for the fresh water. We then do the same for the polluted water. This pipe will leave the bathroom and be connected to the input of the water sieve. Then connect the output of the water sieve to the input of the liquid reservoir. Now we will make the connection from the pump to the input of the water sieve. This right here shows why you never deconstruct the outhouses. The dupes don't care when they got to go, they go. Bright and early the next cycle they pick up where they left off, connecting the water pump. When this is done we are ready to deconstruct the wash basins, then dump and pump the polluted water. Replace the wash basins with sinks as soon as you can and do the same for the remaining outhouses and we are pretty much done. When you deconstruct the last of the outhouses and wash basins you should get an achievement, Royal Flush I think it is called. Don't forget to disable disinfect on the lavatories/outhouses, it just wastes the dupe's time to be doing that. There is also just one thing remaining. Since this always produces a bit more water with each use, you will run into a situation where you have excess water and will need to pull some off the system. With this we have a choice of pulling off excess polluted water or excess quote-unquote clean water. Remember that the water will have germs in it. Usually I find it more beneficial to take off excess polluted water. You can use it to feed reed fibers or other plants that use polluted water. Also putting the liquid reservoir and sieve in chlorine gas will kill the germs in it. I thank you for giving this video a watch. Till next time.